Good morning to you all. So today we will start a new model. That is called as model number 3. That is model number 3. So first today we will discuss briefly about syllabus. So after that we will start the concept. Okay. So I think up to last class. So we have completed model 2. So today onwards we will start so that is gate level modeling and data flow modeling. Okay, so in that we will go to the gate level modeling. So here we will study 3 to 4 theoretical concept. So after studying 3 to 4 theoretical concept, we will write the codes. So those all codes we will write it by using gate level modeling. Okay, so after completion of gate level modeling, so another one unit should be there in model 3. So that is data flow modeling. Okay, so here what is gate level modeling and what is data flow modeling? How to identify, so whatever code you have written, is it data flow modeling or is it gate level modeling? Which one we have used it? Okay, so I think in first class already we have discussed. So whenever we are writing the gate level modeling, so first we need to design it. So that designing should be contains up to logical diagram. Up to logical diagram, we should design it. So after designing, so using that designing, we should write the code. Okay, here that name itself we will suggest. So by seeing the gate diagrams, gate level diagram, we should write the codes. Okay, so whatever gates we have used it, those gates should be written in your codes. So that should be we have called it as gate level modeling. Okay, so after that data flow modeling is nothing but data should be flowing from input to the output side. Is nothing but that data flow modeling should be contains assign as a keyword with that boolean expression. How many boolean expressions are there? That many times we should write the assign. Assign is nothing but that name itself we will suggest. What is assign? We are assigning, so whatever input should be there to the output. So because of that reason, in data flow modeling, in data flow coding part, only it should be contains what? Boolean expression. In your code, if it contains only Boolean expression, so that should be, we have called it as data flow modeling. Gate level modeling is nothing but gates. We should write the gates. Okay, so that should be, we have called it as gate level modeling, and next should be data flow modeling. In gate level modeling, so there are many concepts are there. So we will discuss one by one. Okay, so that should be mentioned in your syllabus. Okay, so you can read that syllabus. Okay, so we will start. First one is gate level modeling. Okay, so first what we will do. So what is gate level modeling? We will explain. Okay, just only we have explained what is gate level modeling. Okay, so here I think I have written gate level modeling. Okay, so in your slide you can check it. So gate level modeling is virtually the lowest level of abstraction. Remember, this one should be a lowest level of abstraction. This one should be lowest. Okay, so any codes we will write it by using gate level modeling because the switch level abstraction is rarely used. So switch level is rarely used. Why? So wherever in which diagram switches are present, in which diagram MOSFETs are present. Okay, so in which diagram diodes are present, that structural diagram should be converted in terms of switch level description. Okay, so because of that reason, that should be rarely used. In general, gate level modeling is used for implementing lowest level models in a design like full adder, multiplexer, etc. Okay, so whenever we have a structural diagrams, those structural diagrams should be converted in terms of coding. So that should be, we have called it as gate level modeling. You should remember it. Okay, so here, whenever if you want to write the gate level modeling, we require what? gate primitives. Okay, so Verilog HDL has a gate primitives for all basic gates. Okay, so those we will study it. So okay, so which all are the gate primitives? We will study it. The gate primitives is nothing but that one only. AND gate, OR gate, NOT gate, NAND, NOR. These are the gate primitives. That's the gate primitives. We will study about those gate primitives. So here, okay. So okay, so this one should be, we have called it as gate primitives. Okay, so this is gate types, or otherwise we have called it as a gate primitives. By writing the code in gate level modeling, we require gate type. Which type of gate we have used in your structural diagram that we require. Okay, so here a logical circuit can be designed by use of logic gates. Okay, so Verilog supports basic logic gates as predefined primitives. Okay, so these primitives are instantaneous like a models, except that they are predefined in Verilog and do not need a model definition. All logic circuits can be designed by using basic gates. There are two classes of basic gates. One is AND/OR gates and another one is buffer/NOT gates. Okay, so here whenever if you want to write the gate level modeling, we require keywords. We require keywords. Okay, those keywords we have called it as gate types. Okay, so here this gate type should be what all logic gates should be, we have called it as gate types. Okay, so whenever in your structural diagram AND gate is there, how we should express that AND gate in Verilog code that we are studying, that should be called it as gate primitives. How we should write that expression in Verilog using gate level modeling. Okay, so here that in gate type it should be divided into two categories. One is AND/OR gates, another one is buffer/NOT gates. These are the two types. Okay, so first one we will discuss about AND/OR gates. So which other gates should be appeared in AND/OR gates? Okay, so here in AND/OR gates, that is AND/OR gates have one scalar output and multiple scalar inputs. Remember it. Okay, so which all are the gates should be comes in AND/OR gates? That gate is having only one scalar output. Remember it. That is fixed. AND gate you can check it, OR gate you can check it, NAND, NOR, these all gates you should check it. So those all gates is having only one output, that is scalar output, and multiple of inputs. Okay, remember it. Next, the first internal in the list of gate terminals is an output and the other terminals are input. Remember it. I think whenever we are writing that expression, we have already, I have informed you. Whenever we are writing the instruction in gate level, we are writing AND. So next we will give some instance name. So within the bracket, we will write output as well as the input. So whatever we are writing first, within the bracket, whatever variable we are writing first, that variable should be output. Remember it. Always all AND/OR gate is having only one output. So because of that reason, first one should be output. Remaining all the variables should be acts like a input. Okay, that should be has written in your what slide. Okay, so remember it. That is the first internal in the list of gate terminals. Okay, first terminal in the list of gate terminal is an output and the other internals are input. Remember. Okay, the output of a gate is evaluated as soon as one of the input changes. Yes, that is true. Any one input changes, immediately our output will be changed. Okay, so that should be called it as a property of gate. Okay, the AND/OR gates available in Verilog are shown below. These all are, so whatever we have written within the box, those all are type of AND/OR gates. Okay, one is we will get it AND gate, OR gate, XOR gate, NAND, NOR, XNOR. These are six gates we have called it as AND slash OR gates. These all 6 gates should be comes under AND slash OR gates. Okay, so these all gates we should write logically. So logically we will write by using 2 input, 1 output. Okay, logical diagram. I have drawn the symbols of all the 6 gates. You can check it. Okay. So first one I have drawn it AND gate. So that AND gate is having 2 input I1 and I2 and 1 output, that I call it as a out. Okay. So all 6 gates I have drawn it. So how these gates should be expressed in terms of what Verilog expression. Verilog expression. Okay. So using gate level modeling, how will you write it? So we will discuss it in the next slide. Okay, so that we will see it. So how we are writing these all expressions, these all 6 expressions. Whenever we have written that expression, so this logical symbol should be appeared in your software. How we should write that expression in gate level model? Okay, so I have written here. So all of you see. Okay, so you can check it here. So I have written it. Okay, so first here we have initialized. Okay, so using wire, so we will write it in one and in two and out are wires. Okay, so those should be acts like what input as well as output. So because of that reason, first gate expression I have written. Check it here, and and a1 out comma in 1 and in 2. So at the time AND gate logical symbol should be what will get it. AND expression should be executed by whenever we have written this expression. This one should be a what gate level expression. Next I have written for NAND gate. NAND gate. Next for OR gate. Okay, so R1 is the instant name, that is block name. R1 I have written, that is not a keyword. Keywords are AND, NAND, NOR, okay, XOR, XNOR, XNOR. Okay, so these all are we have called it as what expressions. Okay, so more than 2 inputs are there. How will you write it? So I have written there. You can check it for NAND gate. NAND NA1. So anything you can write it. This instance name should be user defined. You can write it anything, but keywords are compulsory. That one only we should write it. Okay. So out, comma in one, in two, in three. There are 3 input and NAND gate we have executed. Okay. So next you can check it and out, comma in one and in two. Okay. So this one is also he is informing. So that is also legal. Why? So without instance name he has given, and next we should write the instance name. That instance name should be optional. That is block name. Why we are writing the block name? Why we need to write the block name? In your structure, in your logical diagram, if more than one entity is there, so at that time we should identify it, which expression is for which gate. Clear or not? For that purpose, we have written the what that instance name. Okay, more than 3 to 4 times identity is there. So which expression we have written for which gate? So because of that reason, we will write the what that instance name. If you left out instance name, then also it should be executed. That is optional. Okay, is it clear? Okay. So next, is it clear? Any doubt? Any doubt?
No, sir.
Okay,
No, sir.
no doubt. Can I move next concept?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So next, after that, so we will see the truth table of these all what gates and slash or gates. Okay. So here in next slide, truth tables are there. This one should be very important. Okay. So one truth table I will explain. So remaining you should follow it same. Okay. So here I think in first or second class already I have informed you. So whenever we have designed any logical circuit or logical diagram, for that logical diagram, we are applying 4 inputs. 4 inputs is nothing but 4 values we are applying it. 4 values we are applying it. So here first I will explain and okay. So here you can check it. Both inputs I applied. I1, I2, both I have applied. I have drawn the K map. With respect to K map, I have drawn it here. Okay. So I1 is also 4 values. I2 is also 4 values. Which are the four values I am applying I1? 0, 1, X and Z. And also next I2 is also I am applying 0, 1, X, Z. Okay, so all should concentrate here. So first, so whatever I have written within that box, those all are the outputs. Okay, whenever I1 is both 0, 0, what is output in AND gate? Both are 0, 0.
0, sir.
Both are 0, 0, output is 0.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Then
sir.
I have written, yes, within the box you can check it, I have written 0. Both I1 and I2 is 0, 0, output is 0. Next, I1 is 1, I2 is 0. Then also
0,
written 0. Yes, for first row you can check it, all should be a 0. Why? 0 should be multiplied into anything, will get it, your output is 0. I have written first row should be a 0. Is it clear, first row?
yes, sir.
Okay,
Yes,
so
sir.
go for second one, second row. We'll check it second row. So first in I2 value, I2 is 1, I2 is 1 fix, but I1 should be changing. Okay, so I1 is 0, I2 is 1. So at that time your output is
0, sir.
yes, 0 I have written. In your box you can check it, 0 I have written.
Yes, sir.
Yes. Next go for second combination. Whenever I1 and I2 both are 1, 1, what is your output?
1, sir.
1, sir.
Both are 1, 1. Output is 1.
Yes, sir.
Yes, I have written 1. Next, after that, so go for next. I1 is X. I1 is X, but I2 is 1. So what is your output? I1 is X, but I2 is 1. So what is your output?
X is stronger than 1.
Yes. At the time, your output should be what?
X, sir.
Sir.
I1 is don't care. Don't care is nothing but that is 0 or otherwise 1. But it should be multiplied into 1. We are getting X value only. Is it clear? Okay,
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
X is nothing but what? 0 or otherwise 1. 0 should be multiplied into 1. 0 only we are getting. X value only we are getting. Okay, next you should take X is equals to 1. 1 should be multiplied into 1. X only we are getting. So because of that reason, your output is X. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay, go for next. Next, Z. Z is that is high impedance state. Okay, so here, so we are not getting high impedance output, but so we'll get what that what it should be enters into the 0 or otherwise 1. Okay, that output only we will get it. So whenever Z should be multiplied into 1, so at that time also your output is 0 or otherwise 1. Okay, we'll get what? Don't care values. Z should be multiplied into anything, will get your value should be a don't care only. Okay, next you should take I1 and I2. I1 is 0, 1 xz and I2 is x. Okay, so I1 is 0, your I2 is x. So at that time, what is your output?
Don't care, sir. X, sir.
No, 0 should be multiplied into x. 0 only we will get it.
0, sir.
0 should be multiplied into 0, 0 should be multiplied into 1. We will get it x. How will get it x? 0 should be multiplied into 0. We'll get it 0 only. 0 multiplied into 1, we will get it 0 only. How will get x? Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So because of that reason, we'll get it 0. Next, after that, what 1 should be multiplied into x. What we will get it?
X, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes. Why x? So x is 0 or otherwise 1. 1 should be multiplied into 0, we'll get it 0 only. 1 should be multiplied into 1, we'll get it 1 only. At that time, we are getting x input. Clear or not? So because of that reason, that is x. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
How we have written the truth table? This one should be, we have called it as truth table. Okay, in your exam, if it is appeared, explain the all the gate primitives and slash or gate primitives, you should explain what is gate primitives and draw the all the logical symbols. So which all are six gates are appeared in and slash or gate, you can mention it. After that, draw the logical symbol, truth table, and whatever truth table you have written it, that you should explain it. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, all six you can do it your own. Okay, if any doubt should be getting, so at that time you should inform me. Okay, so same concept should be there. Already you have studied in your logical design, digital electronics. Okay, so these are the six. You should explain it. This we are calling it as and slash or gate. Okay, these we have called it as and slash or gates. Next we will discuss about what next we will discuss about buffer slash what not gates. Okay, so second type should be a buffer slash not gate. We will discuss. Okay, so here buffer slash not gates have how many inputs, how many outputs for buffer and not gate? How many?
One scalar input and one scalar
Yes,
output.
yes. Multiple number of outputs are there for buffer and not gates. And not gate have one scalar input and one or more scalar output. Remember it. But in your digital electronics, you have studied for not gate is having only one input, one output. Okay, but here I will show you. So you should remember it. Buffer slash not gate is having only one scalar input. Input is fixed. Here input is only one, but output is sometimes we'll take it one or otherwise it will take it more than one also. Okay, so because of that reason, buffer slash not gate is having only one scalar input and one or more scalar output. Okay, so here the last terminal in the port list is connected to the input. Other terminals are connected to the output. Okay, so we will discuss one by one. So here all gates I have written. So two basic buffer slash not gate primitives are provided in Verilog. Okay, in buffer slash not gates, we will get it to two primitives, two gate primitives. One is buffer and another one is not gate. Okay, so these two buffer and not gate is having only one scalar of input and one scalar output. Okay, so first logical symbol I have drawn, that is for buffer. So whatever input we have applied it, same output we will get at the output side. That should be called it as buffer. What is not gate? So whatever input we have applied at the input side, we will get it invert output at the output side. So that should be called it as output. Okay, so how will write the logical expression? How will write the gate level expression for buffer? Check it here. Buffer B1. B1 is instance name. That is optional. Any names you should provide it, no problem. That is user defined. Remember it. Okay, so out 1 comma in 1. Here output I have called it as out 1, input I have called it as in. So because of that reason, how it should be executed, out 1 is equals to in, it should be executed. That is like a buffer. How inverter should be executed? For writing inverter, we should use the keyword as not n1 out 1 comma in. These are the two expressions for these two logic symbols. Okay, so after that, if more than two outputs are there, how will you write it? More than two outputs. So buffer. So next we should provide the what instance name. So after that out one comma out two comma in. So first two are the outputs. First two are the output. Next one is your input. Or otherwise last terminal. Last terminal should be only one input. And remaining whatever we have written in your expression, those all should be acts like a outputs. Okay, one thing you have to remember it, one scalar input and more than one or more than one scalar output. Okay, so in buffer slash not gate. Okay, so next we will discuss about truth tables. Truth tables are very simple here. Okay, first we will discuss about buffer. In and out I have written whenever input should be 0, output is 0. Whenever your input is 1, output is 1, x, and z if you applied x, we will get it. Remember, this is a not gate. sorry, buffer. Whatever we applied, same thing we will get it. Okay. So next we will discuss about not get invert. We will get it invert of that. Okay. So that is what truth table of inverter. Okay. This much you should explain it in your exam. You will get it for 8 marks. And slash r, you should write it 6 logic symbols, those logical expressions, truth table, and explain of that truth table. Okay, same thing for buffer not. Okay, next after that we will go for buffer if and not if. Okay, here we will execute with some condition is there, so because of that reason we have called it as buff if that condition should be satisfied, we'll execute the output. If that condition should not be executed, we will go out from the loop. Okay, so that should be we are called it as buff if, not if. Is it clear? Okay, so these are the gates with an additional control signal. Yes, take it here. Some additional control signal is there. Whenever that control signal should be turned on, so at the time whatever input you have applied at the input side, that should be turned at the output side. We'll get at the output side. That should be you have called it as buff if and not if conditions. Okay, so here you can check it. There should be four statements. Four syntaxes are there. Buff if one, buff if zero, not if one, not if zero. Okay, so these are the four syntaxes. How these four syntax should be executed, I will explain with that logical symbols. Okay, so I have written four logical symbols, so you can check it. So first logical symbol is for buff if one. Why buff if one we have called it as? Buff if one is nothing but whenever your control signal should be one. Remember it. Whenever control signal buff if one is nothing but that is a condition. Whenever that control signal is 1, so at that time whatever input should be applied at the input, that should be will get it at the output side. That is a condition. But if 1, control signal is 1, so out is equals to in, we will get it. Is it clear? Okay. Next, buff if 0. Buff if 0 is nothing but control signal is 0. Whenever control signal is 0, so at that time we'll get it out is equals to in. We will get it. So because of that reason, I applied 0 here. Bubble we applied it. You can check it. Whenever we applied 0, so after the bubble it should be get it 1. So at that time this buffer is turned on. If that buffer should be turned on, so we will get it output is equals to input. Okay. Next for not if 1. Okay, not if 1 is nothing but so that is a inverter symbol. So whenever control signal is 1, so out is equals to negation of in, we will get it. That expression should be executed. Next, not if 0 is nothing but whenever control signal is 0, so out is equals to negation of in, we will get it. So these are we have called it as buff if and not if. Is it clear? Any doubt regarding buff if and not if? Any doubts?
No, sir.
No, is it clear for all?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
No doubts? Shashank?
Hello, sir.
Shashank Dangi? Is it
Yes,
clear
sir.
both buff if and not if?
Yes, sir.
No doubts?
No.
Sudarshan Kulkarni?
Yes, sir.
Any doubt regarding buff if and not if?
No, sir.
Clear? Okay. Sumitra Mali? Sumitra Mali?
Yes, sir.
Any doubt regarding buff if and not if?
Doubt, sir.
Clear?
Clear, sir.
Okay, okay,
Clear, sir.
okay. Vijay Lakshmi?
No, sir. No doubts.
Clear? Okay.
Yes, sir.
Oh,
Cleared.
okay. Okay, so that buff if and not if truth table I have drawn it. Okay, so here for buff if and not if, one is control signal and another one is input. Depends upon that control signal. If it is turn on or turn off, you can check it. So depends upon that we should write the output. Okay, so this truth table is very easy. Okay, so I think our truth table I have explained it. So depends upon that expression, we will get it. So first, we should check the control signal here. First, control is turned on, then only your gate should be turned on. If control is off, that is controlling. Whole operation should be controlled by that control signal. First, we should turn on that control signal. Signal depends upon that syntax. But if one is there, is nothing but whenever control signal is one, then only it should be operated. Remaining all you can check it. Remaining all should be what? Z, X, and L, H is there. Low and high is there. Okay, so because of that reason, only whenever control is one, that column you can check it. So whatever we have applied at the input side, same thing we are getting at the output side. Then that is buffet. Is it clear? Okay, so then how will you write that statements? How will you write that statements using what gate level expressions? I have written it. Buff if one. Buff if one is a keyword. Remember it. That is a buff if one is a keyword. Okay, B1 is an instance name. Out comma in comma control. Like this we should write it. Whenever first we will check it. Control signal. Okay, first we should compulsory write the output. Okay, in and control. First we'll check the control. If control is one, so then out is equals to in should be executed. Okay, so in this format we should write the buff slash what buff if and not if statements. Okay, all four I have written: buff if one, buff if zero, not if one, not if zero. Okay, so after that we will go for program. One program we will discuss it. Okay, so some examples we will discuss it. How we will write the 2 is to 1 mark, sorry, 4 is to 1 marks using what gate level description. Okay, all of you give more concentration towards this example. I will write the code. I will explain the code. Okay, so first, whenever if it is given any titles, so first we should design it compulsory, compulsory in data flow description and in gate level description. Compulsory we should design it. In data flow description, up to Boolean expression we design it. But in gate level description, up to logical diagram, we should design it. Whenever logical diagram, you get it in your in your answer, then only that diagram should be logical diagram should be converted in terms of what Verilog code. Without drawing the logical diagram, we cannot write the gate level modeling. Okay, so first I will explain the what designing part. How we should design it if it is given any titles in your exams. Okay, here he has given 4 is to 1 marks. What is marks? Marks is nothing but yes, many to 1. That name only we will suggest. Mux. All we should mux it after combining all the input. So all input we should combine it, only we will get it one output. That we should call it as a mux. That name itself we will input. Okay, here he has given 4 is to 1 mux. So always mux is having 2 is to n number of inputs, 1 output. That is a what structure of mux. So here already he has suggested 4 inputs. 4 inputs is nothing but we should provide the 4 inputs. 2 is to n is nothing but 2 is to 2. We'll get it 4. Okay, 4 inputs I will provide to the block. Okay, first we should draw the block. Directly we cannot draw the logical diagram. That block itself we will convert it. Okay. After that, so how many select lines are there for 4 is to 1? Here 2 is to n inputs are there, so n number of select lines should be available for the mux circuits. So n value should be 2 here. So because of that reason, we will get it to 2 select lines. So depend upon the select lines, we will select the your input at the output side. That should be, we have called it as operation of the mux. Or depends upon the select line values, we will select your input at the output side. That should be, we have called it as operation of mux. Okay, here this mux is having 4 inputs, 2 select lines and 1 output. After that, draw the truth table. That truth table should be contains operation. Okay. Here first I will take the select lines in MSB manner. First we should take the MSB bit. Next we should take the LSB bit. So MSB is S1 and LSB is S0 bit. Okay, whenever we have two inputs, we'll get it four combinations. Write it all four combination first. 0 0 0 1 1 0 1 1. Okay, so first if it is 0 0, if it is 0 0, that it should be in a decimal, we will take it as 0. So whatever information should be there at I0, that should be selected and transmitted at the output side. So because of that reason, out is equals to I0, we will get it whenever your inputs are 0 0. So because of that reason, out is equals to I0, we will get it. Whatever information should be there at I0 pin, that information should be transferred to the output side. Okay, is it 0, is it 1, any information, that information should be selected and we will transfer to the output side. That is a mux operation. Okay, next, after that, if it is 0 1 in decimal, that is 1. For I1 pin, I1 is 1 is in decimal, so because of that reason I1 pin, so whatever information should be there at I1 pin, that should be transferred to the output. Same thing like 1 0, same thing like 1 1. Okay, so this one should be, we have called it as mux operation. Okay, so after drawing the truth table, next by seeing that truth table, we should draw the what? We should find out the Boolean expression. Boolean expression. How will you write the Boolean expression here? By seeing that truth table, we should write it. Okay, so out is equals to I naught is multiplied into S1 bar and S0 bar. Is it clear? That is the first expression. Okay, I0 into S0, S1 bar and S0 bar. This is the first expression. Next, plus, after that, plus I1 into S1 bar into S0 plus I2 should be multiplied into S1 into S0 bar. Next, plus I3 into S1 into S0. This is a Boolean expression for 4:1 marks. Is it clear? Clear or not?
Sir,
Yes.
shall we use a K-map?
Why? If it is complex, then only we should use the K-maps.
Okay, sir.
When we should draw the K-maps? What is the use of K-map? So whenever we are getting complex expression, if you want to reduce it to that expression, we will go for K-map. Is it clear, Lakshmi?
Yes, sir.
Whenever we have a complex expression is there, that expression should be very much complex. That structural diagram should be very much complex. We cannot draw it by using AND. So at that time, what we need to do it? We need to reduce that expression. How will you reduce it? For reducing, we will go for K-map or otherwise De Morgan's theorem. By using that two methods, we are reducing that expression. Okay, so whenever your expression should be not a complex equations are there, so no need to use De Morgan's theorem, no need to use K-maps. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so directly we should write it. By seeing the truth table, we will get the expression. Okay. Okay, so here after writing that Boolean expression, so if you want to draw the K-map, you can draw it, no problem. That is also correct. No problem. Okay, so here what we need to do it. So after getting that expression, next that expression, by using that expression, we should draw the logical diagram compulsory. We should draw the logical diagram. Okay, so this logical diagram I will get it by seeing that expression. This is a logical diagram of what 4:1 marks. Yes. After drawing the 4:1 marks logical diagram, next by seeing this logical diagram should be converted in terms of program. Here I will write the program. You can check it. Is it clear? Any doubt regarding that logical diagram? Any doubt? No doubt?
No, sir.
Huh?
No, sir.
Okay. So After that logical diagram, by seeing that logical diagram, we will write the code. Okay. So please, whenever we are writing the code, don't write the comments. Don't write the comments. If you written comments, then copy paste. In your question, if it is mentioned, then you should write it. Otherwise, no. Okay. So here in your book, he has written the comment. 2/ is nothing but that is a comment. That is the explanation about that syntax. Okay. No need to write the comments to all the programs. If you written the comments on your answer paper, then you have copy pasted the whole program. So whatever should be given in Samir Palnetikar, so that should be copy pasted. You have mug up that program. Is it clear? So don't write the comments for all the programs. Okay, directly write the programs. Only program we should write it. Okay. So first I will write the program. Directly I will explain the program. Okay. So here, please. So another one thing I will give you some instructions whenever we are writing the codes. Okay. So here, whenever we are writing the codes, so what all are the variables you have used in your designing part? Same variables we should use it in your program also. Don't change the variables. Some students, what you will do it in your whenever you are designing your circuits, you will take A, B, C, D are the inputs. Check it here. What I am explaining here. Okay. So here, whenever you are designing your circuits, you have took A, B, C, D as the input. But whenever you are writing the programs, you took I0, I1, I2, I3 are the inputs. Then evaluator won't give you any marks to that designing part and coding part. He will give you 0 marks and will write the one reason. Your code and designing part should be a mismatching. So because of that reason, I have allotted 0 marks. Is it clear? Clear or not? Is it clear? Clear?
No.
Yes, sir.
Yes. So what are the variables you have used in your designing part? Same variable should be contained in your code also. Remember it. Okay. So here in your designing part, I have used 4 inputs: I0, I1, I2, I3, and another 2 inputs S1 and S0. These are the 2 select lines and 2 inputs. Okay. So after that out, I have used it as a what output. After that, so here I have taken some in-out variables y0, y1, y2, y3. After that s1n and s0n I have taken. Why? Why we need to take those variables? What is the use of those variables? Those variables used as a wire. When we need to take that variables, whenever some information should be transferred from one gate to the another gate, at that time we need to take the wire. How we will connect it? How will transfer that information to the one gate to the another gate? Through a wire. So because of that reason, for that particular wire, I will give some naming. Some name we should provide it. At the time, so your equation should be, whenever we are writing that expression we will write it easily we will write it. But if you have not taken those wires, so we'll get a complex equation. Okay, so whenever we will leave any brackets or any variables, if you are left out, your code is not executed. If you want to write in simple way, so because of that reason, we have taken the wire declaration. So we'll get a simple equation. If you remove that wire, we'll get a complex equation. Is it clear? So because of that reason, we should take the wire declaration in your coding. Okay. So first, I will write. First, it should be a model. Model is a predefined word. Next, model underscore name. Here he has given mux underscore 4:1 he has written. 4_2_1 he has written. Next, after that, within the bracket he has written out comma I0, I1, I2, I3, S1, S0 he has written it. Okay, you can use vector initialization also, no problem. Okay, he has used all the variables. Okay, next after that, output out input I0, I1, I2, I3. There only you can write it. S0, S1 also you can write it, no problem. Okay, So after that input S1 and S0 he has written. Two sentence he has used, no problem. You can write it in one sentence also, no problem. It should be executed. Is it clear, this model definition? Is
Yes,
it
sir.
clear? Okay. Next we will move for the body part. How that expression should be written in your what code. First, I will write here. So another variables we have used in your coding. Okay, those should be S1n, S0n, Y0, Y1, Y2, Y3. How we will declare these variables in your code? Using wire. Remember it. Using wire we should declare. Or otherwise, if you are not declared those variables, we'll get a error in your code. What type of error we will get it? So undefined variables you have used in your code, we will get that error should be displayed on your window. So because of that reason, so first we should declare those variables by using wires. Okay, so because of that reason, so next syntax should be wire s1n comma s0n. Next wire y0, y1, y2, y3. So at that time, so what all are the variables we have written in your whole logical diagram? Those all variables should be comes in your coding. You can check it. Okay, so which are the variables we have used in your logical diagram? So I0 to I3 I have used it. S1 and S0 I have used it. S1n and S0n I have used it. Y0, Y1, Y2, Y3 I have used it, and out. These all variables should be present in your code or not, you can check it. If it is present, go for next step. Any one variable, if you are not declared in your coding part, at that time you can declare it. Next, go for the next part. Okay, so after that, how will you write the body part? This so whatever we have written up to that, that should be you call it as model definition. That is a model definition. Whenever you if you have written up to that, so at that time your block diagram should be created. Okay, so next you should write the body part. So body part should be contains the expression, boolean expression of your code. That is the operation. Okay, so first here we should write these two NOT gates. Okay, so these all NOT gates should be connected to the AND gates. So first we should execute these NOT operations first. So because of that reason, so first I will write the NOT. So what is the output for that NOT gate? You should write it within the bracket. So NOT S1n comma S1. That is the expression I have written here. You can check it. I have written here. Okay, NOT S1 comma S1n comma S1 I have written. Okay, but I have not used what instance name. Without instance name I have written it. Okay, so that instance name should be optional. You can leave it, no problem. Your code is executed. Next, second NOT gate. So what is the output for second NOT gate? You can check it. Next, what is the input for second NOT gate? You can write it. Okay, both NOT gates should be executed. So after that, that output should be connected to the AND gate. Input to the AND gate. Okay, next go for next expression. So how many AND gates are present in your logical diagram? You can check it. How many AND gates are present? There are 4 AND gates are there. So 4 AND expressions we should get it in your code. Okay, 4 AND operations are there. For first AND gate, so I will write it AND. Next, what is the output for first AND gate? You can check it. For first AND gate, Y0 is the output. Y0 is the output. So you should write it Y0 comma I0. Next, I0. Second should be a S1n comma. Next should be a S0n. These are the 3 inputs should be connected to the first gate, first AND gate. So because of that reason, we should write it. Y0 comma I0 comma S1n S0n. Same for all 4 AND gates, you should write it. After that, if you return all 4 AND gate, still we didn't get the output of 4:1. Okay, next all 4 outputs should be OR. Then we'll get the output of 4:1 marks. So because of that reason, so we should write last syntax OR out comma Y0, Y1, Y2, Y3. Okay, how this expression should be executed? Out is equal to Y0 or with Y1 or with Y2 or with Y3. So this expression should be executed in this pattern. Okay, all whole structural diagram is completed. Then after that we should write the end model. Okay, so this is the coding part. Okay, so any doubt regarding this code? Any doubt?
No, sir.
Any doubt?
No, sir.
No doubt?
No, sir.
Will you write all the codes using the gate level description? Any codes if I given? Any doubts regarding this gate level modeling? No doubts?
No doubt, sir.
And no doubt, if there is no doubt, take one homework. Take one homework. 8:1 marks. 8:1 marks using gate level description. 8:1 marks using gate level description. Second one. 1:4 DMux using gate level description. 1:4 marks or 4 DMux using gate level description. Is it clear? Okay, so you should write it. These two are the homework. Okay, and submit it. Okay, thank you.